Is there anything wrong with it? Anything I need to know about? Is the gearbox all right on it? What is that noise?
It's a bit funny to have a video like this now.
Cool, so Gabriel, from where?
From London.
From London?
Romania normally, but from London.
So you're originally from Romania?
Yes.
Whereabouts in Romania?
North part, close to Suceava.
And how long have you been in London for? Did you
So
just
in
move straight
London
to London?
about 9 years.
And what do you do for work?
So I'm a crane operator and crane supervisor.
Oh, wicked. Wow, so you sit up, do you go up high?
No, on the small ones.
Oh, okay.
Basically the same, almost the same thing, only they lift a little bit more, I lift a little bit less, but I can go into the buildings which they cannot.
Ah, okay, that's interesting. There's loads of work going on in London, so you're busy all the time, I guess,
Yes.
yeah? Cool, so you put down today to sell your BMW X5, it's done a bit of mileage. What year is it? 'Cause it's got your private plate on it at the minute.
So it's a 2014.
2014, okay.
Yeah, 1.4.
What's the mileage on it now?
138,800 and
Okay,
a little bit.
So about 139,000 miles,
Yes.
yeah? It's a very unusual spec car, like it's got some wicked spec. So it's a brown exterior, brown interior as well.
Yes, with a heads-up display, memory seat on it, memory seats with 2 memories on it.
Front heated seats. As I was looking around it, we'll talk more about it. But
And
yeah,
it has
I keep noticing little bits.
It has the braking force as well.
Oh, okay.
Vibration in the steering wheel.
Oh, really? It's got that as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
And pedestrian collision warning.
Yeah, that's sort
I
of,
don't know how it works. I never tried it. I do not want to try it.
but you know it's got it.
It's got it.
Yeah, so it's a very unique spec car. You come down today to part exchange it hopefully against the BMW 330e that we've got in stock.
Yes.
I think that's advertised for about £21,000. And then how much are you hoping to get for this car?
11,000.
About £11,000.
Yes. Which I think it's a fair price to you and to me as well.
Brilliant. Well, I'm doing this completely off the cuff, so I'm going to have a look at valuation stuff in a sec.
Yes, no
when we
worries.
get inside, and then we can just conclude from there. Is there anything wrong with it? Anything I need to know about?
So the car has a transfer case oil that needs to be changed,
Okay.
and the car had a complete engine rebuild 2,000 miles ago.
Blimey.
Almost 2,000 miles ago.
A complete engine rebuild.
A complete engine rebuild. They stripped the engine from it down to the component level. They've replaced the block, the crankshaft, the seals, the water pump, the oil pump, the timing chain, everything that was seal or head gaskets or everything that it was inside.
Really?
It's all new. So the engine is all new. When it happened first time, it got me an error for oil pressure low on the
Yeah, I was going to say,
dashboard.
is it an oil pressure?
Yes. I went to my mechanic. He said, no, it's the oil pressure sensor. Which, in fairness, it was a little bit broken. When they got it out, it was a little bit broken. Exactly where the connection comes with the electrical system inside. They replaced that one. It worked fine for about 200 miles. And then one day I was going to visit somebody on the motorway on the M25. I heard a slight crank, a very slight one, and then it showed me on the dashboard oil level low and then oil pressure low.
Wow.
I stopped the car as fast as I could because I was on the motorway on the fast lane, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All the oil was drained from it. It was on the bottom and in the back.
Oh, no
Everything.
way.
So the back was full of oil. I took the car outside. I called the RAC. They came, picked it up. So I called these guys. They initially told me price of £4,000. That was before they looked into it, which is expected after that. After they get it out, is expected. It's normal to get something else.
Yeah,
because
of course.
then they can inspect it.
Then they know, yeah,
Exactly.
at that point.
They took the whole engine out to the component level, cleaned it, and sent me not a nice message.
Said it's going to be more money.
Yes, about 3.5 more.
£3,500 more than
Yes.
£4,000?
Yes, so the total cost with everything, because they later discovered that the water pump was faulty as well, so they changed that one as well.
Yeah.
So the total sum was 7,000 935 pounds, 1,400 just the turbos.
Blimey. Wow.
So they stripped everything, they got everything back in together. So the timing chain is done, everything is done. So everything that's on the
bonnet,
engine,
yeah, it's all good.
it's new.
It's new. Wow. Brilliant. So, I mean, I say it's brilliant. It's brilliant that it's been done, but not good for you because it cost you a crazy amount of money. So you're here today asking £11,000 for it.
Yes.
You've recently spent almost £8,000 on it. I can see you've also done some personal touches. You've put like, did you do all these bits, like a bit of carbon
These
fibre?
ones, yes, they were looking a little bit better, but they're a bit touched up by the sun.
Yeah.
The kidney grills, I've changed them. Mirror caps, I've changed them.
Rear spoiler?
Rear spoiler, rear camera because it didn't have one from
Oh,
factory,
wow.
and the steering wheel as well because it didn't have the flappy paddles.
That's cool. And you've also done the black trim around the windows because they were originally chrome, I guess.
Yes.
The wheels, did you paint them black?
No, they were painted black
Already?
when I bought the car the first time. I tinted the windows instead.
Okay, the windows look good. Okay, it's quite a unique sort of setup, you know. It's brown leather, a few black touches.
It's different.
It's very different.
It's different from everything that you can find with black and white or black and red or
Yeah.
white and red or white
I agree.
and black.
It's very different. I'm looking forward to driving. They're a lovely car. They drive really well. I'm a big X5. You know, I'm a big BMW
I know,
fan.
I know.
You're a subscriber to the channel as well. Yeah, you know.
I know.
You know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wicked, man. So, should we go out for a little drive and see what it drives like? Yeah.
Of course.
This is it, Gabriel.
Let's see.
The big moment.
Yeah.
This is all the paperwork, yeah?
Yes.
There is a lot of paperwork here, isn't there?
There is.
All right, wicked. I'll just stick that in the glove box. That's fine.
Yeah. No worries.
Before we start the engine,
Yes.
let me just do, so two main things I say to everyone when you're buying a car is valuation
Yes.
and used
Car
car
vert-
check, history check.
Car
Obviously,
vertical
car
with
vertical.
the CCD code.
There we go. You know, code CCD. Obviously, Car Vertical sponsor the channel, and they're brilliant. It's so important that you do it. It's good to get an idea of values, and it's good to get an idea of the history of a car. So we're going to do both of them two things now. Cool. So BMW X5, diesel, everything's good. Apart from obviously you got finance on it, have you?
Yes.
So
It is,
which will be clearing.
Yes.
Cool. That's fine. It's not a problem. And no previous damage. Let's have a little look through.
I think he had 2 private plates, including my one.
Did you do a car vertical check yourself when you bought
Yes.
it? Well done. Mileage looks consistent, which is brilliant. And then if we scroll down, damage has got a green tick as well, so it's not been previous damage. The bodywork seems pretty nice, to be fair. It's considering the age of the car, it's like,
Considering the age of the car is good.
yeah, it is. And then the timeline of the car, manufactured in January 2014.
Yes.
And you can see a whole timeline there. Look, you can see everything.
Yes.
MOT, I think, till June. I'm pretty sure it's
Yes.
on there as well. I did look at that
It is.
just now. All right, so that's all good. I'll show you an example of a crashed BMW X5. If that car had been through a salvage auction, then pictures would come up on the history check of that car. So if you want to make sure that do not get caught out, I'll link Car Vertical in the description below. And as we just spoke about, use my code CCD to get a little discount, all right? So let's look at the valuation. This is on my platform, enterreg.com. And in fact, I think by the time this video goes live, we're going to be offering free websites for car dealers. So if you're a car dealer and you want a free website, go to EnterReg. It's a car trade only platform. In fact, it's a car trade only platform, but if you're a private seller and you want to sell your car, go to enterreg.com as well, and we can link you with one of our dealers on the platform, all right? So in this platform here, this is my login, and you can see the cars here, all the details of the car. If you flip down to the valuation, we use Cap and Auto Trader. Cap's not giving us a valuation, annoyingly, probably because of the age and mileage of the car, but Auto Trader have. And the trade value of this car is £9,394.
Yes.
And your asking price is £11,000, yeah?
I'm asking 11,000 because first of all, it has a immobilizer on it. It has second of all, it has a brand new engine on it.
Yeah.
And that's why, and the engine still has warranty on it, which is very important.
I think that's really good. I agree. I think that's good. So, immobilizer.
Yes.
We've got the start button on the dash, yeah?
Yes.
Do I just start it?
And there
Done.
you go. You're gonna like this. The immobilizer was done by Yanni.
Oh, no way! That's wicked.
You have a rear view camera that wasn't there, which has been coded as well.
All right, so if I put it in reverse now.
Now it should look like exactly like the BMW.
Oh, that's good.
and you have adjustment in the steering wheel, electric.
I noticed that, yeah.
Yeah, vibration in it. I've changed the steering wheel to this one because it didn't have flappy paddles.
Is the gearbox alright on it?
Gearbox is alright. The only thing that I can think about because of this sound, because Jerome told me already.
There's a whirring noise, isn't there?
It's the transfer case oil, which needs to be changed.
On a car with this kind of mileage, it's
Yes.
kind of at the point in time where things do go wrong. Even
Yes.
though, you've had your engine issue. So a gearbox is obviously one of the main components on a car.
Yes.
And it's super important that it's alright because it's not a cheap thing to repair.
Yes.
So that noise, is it only doing it in reverse?
Only in reverse, that's it. And that is very recently. Recently, I can't remember exactly because I was very upset with the engine, but I can't remember if it was before there, which I don't think so. I think it's just after.
Okay.
And I'm getting to the oil because that's the only thing that needs to be changed.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I'm not a mechanic.
No, I know. Up until the point the engine went, it was still
Normal.
Well, it was normal, yeah.
Yes.
And did it happen immediately after you had the work done on the engine?
So about after 1,000 miles.
You started noticing
Yes.
the whirring sound.
Yes.
Just pulled down.
Whatever you want.
There's a bit of a knock on the suspension there as well.
Yes, I heard that this morning.
Okay.
Because this week I haven't driven the car, so this morning when I came here, you know how it is. When you go to the mechanic, nothing is wrong with the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you want to sell it or show it to somebody, everything is wrong with the car.
It's literally instant. As soon as you put it in reverse, it how weird is that? What is that noise?
If I knew Kelvin, trust me, I would have told it, but
Because the gearbox is functioning all right.
it is functioning all right. You have no gear problems, no nothing. So when I came here, I tested it in all the modes, so I can be 100% sure that what I'm telling you is accurate. And as I told Jerome as well, I don't want to lie to you. I know what you're doing with the company and how you operate, and that's why I didn't want to lie to you.
No, I appreciate that.
I want to be
appreciate it.
completely honest.
Yeah. I think from our point of view, now I know, of course, you spent a lot of money on the car, and
Yeah.
you know, I'm listening to that. It's a big deal. You know, you spent a crazy amount of money on this car. But from our point of view, we just look at face value today.
Yes, which is fair.
The car books at £9,500. We're already talking about £11,000 as a purchase price, which is well above book.
Yes.
But the car needs to be bloody brilliant, and for us to then discover that it's got a potential issue with the gearbox, if anything, we should be talking about less than £9,500, not more. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
If a car is doing something in only one gear, the issue is within that one gear, and that one gear is, of course, it's inside the gearbox. And the only way to repair that
You
is
need to open it up.
you need to take the whole gearbox out of the car. So, performance-wise, do you think it's performing the same now as it was before you had the engine done?
As I know it from past experience from friends, every time that you change a turbo, you need to redo the software for the turbo. I didn't want to do nothing on it, and I'm not 100% sure that that is the case, because the turbo is going to perform a little bit under the initial value, as it should normally. That's what I know.
Let's call Will at VRS, yeah?
Yes.
Will, I'm just filming a video with a customer in the car.
Yeah.
BMW X5 3-litre diesel 2014. It drives fine, but when you put it in reverse and go backwards, it whines, but only in reverse.
Okay.
I know it's hard for you to say without. I'm just trying to conclude it in the video what to do about this car. Could it be? It could be a gearbox fault, couldn't it?
You do it in part.
No, it will. It's almost like a bearing noise. Like you're not going to hear it on camera, I don't think. If I drive forward and now back, it's almost like a police siren. That's what it sounds like. Woo! I know. I get it. It's impossible for you to. It's just I wanted to get an opinion. That's all.
I mean, consensus is that a lot of them do it, and BMW don't have a fix for it. But from what I've just read, but it's difficult to know what type of wine it is. Without.
No.
Is it really bad?
It's not really bad now. It's just.
Obviously, they have issues with the transfer boxes, don't they, and stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe it is a transfer box then.
Yeah.
Would an oil change solve?
Normally a wine is because a gear's cavitated or something like that. But not changing the oil wouldn't necessarily fix it, unfortunately. But it's not guaranteed to be that, is it? That's the thing. I mean, looking at this,
I reckon a transfer box is probably more logical because
a transfer box for an F-Div is anywhere from 450 quid to 1,200 quid, depending on who you buy.
Okay. All right. So it's a potentially £1,000 with labour repair, yeah.
Yeah, coding and labour, yeah. So, it might not be that, but we're literally just guessing, aren't we? So.
No, I feel like it probably is a transfer box. I mean, that's definitely. I know you can't.
Normally, you just drop the oil out of the transfer box and see how much metal's in it, and then if you've got loads of metal in it, then that's an issue. So.
Okay, all right. And then the next question is a crazy one, really. It's had a full engine rebuild with. It's under warranty anyway. It's under warranty, so that's not even a problem. But it feels to me like it's underpowered. But if it's under warranty, it can go back to them to be repaired.
I mean, we need to plug into it and just see if there's any faults in it, or make sure the injectors are all coded in correctly. If they've put all the injectors back in wrong place, or if they're not coded right, it could be a bit underpowered. Or as long as the turbos are working right and stuff, and they're all piped up correctly, and then it should be fine.
He's got a receipt from a limited company garage, £8,000 engine rebuild with 2 new turbos. So
yeah, as long as it's all piped up right and everything, then it should be fine. But we can just have a look at it and make sure it's right, and I can log it all.
Okay.
If not, it can go back to them, can't it?
They can sort it out. Okay. All right. That's fine. I appreciate it, Will. That's a good
right.
analogy, man. Thank you. The obvious issue now is money. We can't give you £11,000 for this car. I think what we always say to people is, if the car's as expected, we just give you. It's fair as fair. We give you what we've offered.
Yes.
You've asked for £11,000 before you come down and told us the car's nice. You've arrived. To be fair, it's nice. Apart from the fact that it's running really well, but it's underpowered in my opinion. But I could be wrong. But I've driven enough of these engines to know that I feel like there's probably something not quite right with the way it's pulling. To have Will's opinion on the transfer box, he hasn't seen it or heard it.
Yes,
it is
of
just
course.
A guess. It's going to be at least £1,000, I would say, to get it done. So from my point of view, like, we're a business, obviously, we've got to
Yes, of course.
earn money. So it would be, the most we would give is £10,000.
Can you do a little bit better than that?
Do you know what? I'm not going to. I know that sounds harsh, because I feel like if...
No. We're talking, it's business.
Yeah.
Living, friendship, or everything else aside. Business is business.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't know, if I really wanted to safeguard myself, I'd be offering you less money. I feel like knocking £1,000 off for a potential transfer box issue and an underpower issue. I don't think £1,000 is an unreasonable amount of money. And it's annoying for you, because I know how much money you've spent on the car, and I get it.
Okay, so that means that I will need to pay £1,000.
You will need to literally pay £1,000.
Yeah.
To sell the car. You can take the car away and get it fixed and bring it back, and we'll stick to the £11,000. You can do that.
Fair enough.
You could take it back to the guys that you done the work and see. It needs to be logged as far as like the power rating's concerned, to see how it's performing, like horsepower wise.
Yeah.
And the gearbox issue, which I don't think now after driving it, the gearbox is functioning fine. I would say that it's exactly what Will said. It's the gear within the transfer box that's an issue. You can have a think about what you want to do, but they're your two options. So either take it away, get both issues repaired and bring it back, or you can pay £1,000 and just get the deal done now.
Okay, fair enough. I'll need to consult this with my wife.
I understand.
You know how it is.
Yeah, of course.
Do you like the car?
Yeah, I do. I think it's a nice car. And do you know what? The brown leather, as much as like on the open market it might get a bit like frowned upon, I think it's cool.
It's different.
It's cool. It's nice in there.
Yeah, and it's something
it's got a feeling of class. It feels quite classy.
Exactly.
I actually do like it.
It's a bit funny to have a video like this now.
Well, not really. It's good. I think it's important. The reason why I do the videos is because it shows people real life scenarios. You know, this is a real life. There's nothing staged here. This is legit. You know, but genuinely, you're a customer. You've come down today, and me as a dealer. So I think it's a good opportunity for everyone to see from both sides. You know, everyone will be looking at you and thinking, probably feeling sorry for you. You know, you've bought this car, you spent all this money on it, and you know you come to Calvin today to sell it and buy a nicer car, and then now you've discovered this, and it's annoying. You've got this knock on the suspension. Little, it's an old car. It's going to have issues, yeah.
Yes.
But engine and gearbox, it's so important. They're the main things on the car. Yeah. So, but you've spent £8,000 on this car, and now you're like, I've now got to find another £1,000 just to get out of it, and it's irritating. But then everyone will probably see it from my point of view as well. You know, there's two sides to every story, and they'll be like, well, I get it. Calvin's paying strong money over the odds for this car, and he's then got to start spending money on it, and there's actually more wrong with it than he anticipated. So I think the reason why I do these videos is because we show everyone about the car, vertical check, the history and the valuations, but also the ins and outs with every car, because every single car on the road is different. So, and it's good, and it teaches people about what to look out for when buying these cars, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's good, bloody good. So don't feel feel proud you've done a video, man. I'm proud you've done a video. Well done.
No worries.
Right, so we'll park up and leave you for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what you conclude. Yeah.
Yeah. No worries. Cool. Thank you very much for the moment.
Yeah. No, thank you. It's been good. It's been very good.
Yeah.
Since filming this video, Gabriel decided to take the X5 to the garage that done all the work on it previously to see if they'd cover the repairs under warranty. In the meantime though, it did decide to go ahead and purchase the 330e without part exchanging the X5. Massive thank you to Gabriel for coming down. He seemed like an absolutely top guy, and I think today's video was a really interesting one. Don't forget, if you want to sell your car, visit my website enterreg.com.